it be that despite the fact we saw 3 drivers indefinitely banned from iRacing from the Spa 24 shenanigans, that there are still helmets among us? Yeah, there are. There's loads. And they're all over on Sim Racing Stewards. This is probably my longest running YouTube series. So if you're enjoying it, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe, and one day we'll get to 10 billion subscribers. And if you guys are interested in featuring in one of these videos, although maybe not the best idea, then you'll probably need some kit to go sim racing with, you know? Consume Moza. Well, luckily for you over at Abruzzi, we have a wide range of sim racing products, including pretty much the entire Moza range. So if you're looking to start your sim racing journey, check out Abruzzi in the links down below in the description. Now, first up, and I'm not even sure I want to watch this because it's from our boy Altruistic Assist 91. Now, this guy has become a recurring character in Sim Racing Stewards. And I've not even read this yet, but I bet you it's him doing something kind of alright and a league admin giving him a penalty or something. Let's have a look. League admin Red M5 gave me a warning for a dive bomb that caused him to run wide and ruined his race. Was this overtake too ambitious? This is my second warning this season, and the third gets me DQ'd, so I'm worried this could ruin my season where I'm fighting for the title. Bro, just go to a new series already, my god. If there's anyone in the comments that can recommend a good league for this guy, please put him down there. So we are at Spa, going through Pouant. This is the league admin right here, I assume, in this M3. We're in an R35 GTR, the GOAT, of course.
Huh?
That was it, there. Bro just got overtaken, was given all the room in the world, didn't fight it back, and then messed up on his own on the exit. Get a new league, man. Get out of there. These guys are all ridiculous. I am the black car. I got blamed for this contact. Fort says public ad 1943. Oh, he's Cadillacs at the Nürburgring. So this is the second carousel. Worst corner in existence. We are alongside now. We have the inside line. Guy turns in like we're not there, hits the barrier.
Oh, man, you gonna ruin my fucking race to pass me, man? What the dude?
Bro, I was on the fucking apex and you closed the door alongside.
Straightaway or something, dude? You passing the stupidest possible spot?
Nope, we'll keep going.
That's called racing, dumbass.
No, that's called you not knowing how to race, dumbass.
Oh, he's got him.
Somebody off the fucking track, that's not racing, dude.
Look at the fucking replay. I was alongside and you didn't give me room on the fucking apex.
Actually, if you're a passing vehicle, you're supposed to pass safely. Actually.
Shut the fuck up, man.
So if you didn't pass safely, that you're in the wrong.
That is like a super broad statement. Sorry, Kai, I gave you the business there. You didn't quite deserve that reaction. Like, that is a very broad statement and doesn't apply here at all. You know, like the I turn now, good luck meme? That's kind of what happened there in this one. The guy turns in, he's there. He would have had the spotter saying, car on your right, car on your right. You would have seen him in the mirror. There's a lot of stuff in iRacing to let you know there's someone alongside you. He still opted to turn in. Let's go back and see how far alongside he was quick. After we hear the voice chat drama.
Report me then, or quit bitching.
Dude, you ruined my fucking race. I think I've got the right to bitch.
You ruined your own race.
Oh.
If you're the passing vehicle and you
Who is this guy? You're not even in it. You're not even part of this.
swerve the vehicle that you are
Ass.
off, that sounds like you're unskilled. Sounds like an unskilled pass.
So this guy hasn't even seen the pass. Kai, my opinion's changing again. He's not even seen the incident, right? And he's saying, oh, you're unskilled, you're rubbish. This just sounds like internet moment.
I was alongside and you closed the door. Get over it.
Hey, Tony's right, I think, so far.
If you're so fucking mad, post on Sim Racing Stewards or file a protest. Up to you, buddy.
Oh, I'm going to. Don't worry.
That was great drama. Let's watch the clip. Our bro in front here gets a bad run out of the Kleiner carousel, has wheel spin, and allows for this to happen. So we're alongside. We're alongside. I mean, we're there. We're there. This guy turns in like we're not there, hits him on the door on our way past. And as Tony rightly says, puts himself in the wall, wrecks himself. Now, the interesting thing is this guy was like saying, why couldn't you have waited for the straight? Why couldn't you have just let him by and then passed him back on the straight? That would have been the clever thing to do. I know that we very often bring up like it's up to the faster car to pass responsibly rule, but that usually applies to multi-class racing, where the faster class has a performance advantage over the slower class, which means that it's easier for them to maneuver their car around that slower car. Here, this is a Spec series, so it's going to be close racing, and honestly, it was a good pass from Tony here. Joey either didn't see it coming or wasn't paying attention, though those are both his fault, and then turned into the side of the car and bounced off. But they're all probably going to get banned anyway because they all swore over voice chat, and you can't do that in iRacing. Ask how I know. Why can't I ever do well? Valid crash out. Let's find out. Le Mans Ultimate, Bahrain, big break into T1. Looking for the huge shunt. It's not come just yet. Okay, nice. Got to the left there. Getting squeezed big time by this Lambo. Bro, didn't want to be squeezed anymore. I mean, this is a bit cheeky. It's a bit cheeky from the Lambo, but the reaction is just fucking dumps the guy. The thing is, racing isn't like NASCAR, you know? It isn't like wrestling where if you punch a guy, he's have to punch you back. You have to just hope the stewards do something about it, which kind of sucks when you're on the receiving end of it, but by shunting the guy and putting him in the wall like that, you are just guaranteeing yourself getting a huge penalty, regardless of whether there was like some foreplay beforehand. You can't just go in dry, you know, and this BMW went in very dry. That there was a textbook pit maneuver though, so show that in classrooms, I guess. So I, the POV car, was messaged by the Aston Martin and the Porsche claiming I forced my way through forts. Let's have a look. Forza Motorsport. Also, rest in peace, Forza Motorsport. It seems that like most of the dev team were laid off recently. Enjoy it while you can, folks. No. So for that first contact there, we're ahead. And then like you can almost see here, this guy kind of rolls off the brakes to get to the apex first, but he isn't there. And look where the contact happens at that point. So this is all on the Aston Martin. The corner belongs to the BMW. The Aston tried to defend it just too late, too little. Causes contact. It's fine. If anything, there's something against the Aston there, but it probably wouldn't be a penalty. A weird line from the Porsche there, really inside. Yeah, we're going to cut back in easy. Have either of these guys raced anyone before? The second one was just the Porsche decided to brake in the middle of the circuit and was like, oh no. Why can't I carry the same speed through the corner as before? Whereas the POV car just took the line and overtook nicely. It's a classic, they race me too hard. You know, you're playing a racing game. People are gonna race you and try and get by you. That's the whole point of the feckin' thing. No further action. Don't come back to this Reddit ever again. Yes! Galaxy Tube. This is another name that I'm familiar with. I feel like there are a few people who post here quite a lot. Maybe common denominator? You know, maybe? I should report this guy, right? Who's the guy? Who are we reporting? Masterful. Masterful. Is there more? Oh! Where'd that guy come from? Oh! Let's try and work out what happened there. That was a good shunt at the end there. So we're going down the straight. This is Monza. And we're really close here. I don't understand this little move to the left here. I think maybe feeling pressure. And here you're trying to go straight, but you are kind of driving into the side. You're sort of going down straight and doing this. Like you've chosen to be over there. You're now there. He's squeezing you, which he's entitled to do. That's racing. You can squeeze people. Although when you squeeze people, it does tend to end in a little bit of contact. But the thing is, imagine you're this guy and you're just getting clattered down the straight by this guy every 2 seconds, and you think, you know what, screw you, get off. You can't do that, by the way. I understand his thinking as to why he did that, but you can't do that. Especially in the braking zone, because look, now you can't brake. Off you go. Then some guy, look, there he is. You just see him for a second in the mirror in the background. Goes off and then just drives back on to the cert. Do you think he was going for this guy and then hit this guy, but he blames this guy? Are these two working together? Is there some deep conspiracy here against Ninjago? Because he comes in at such an angle, so he's obviously trying to hit this guy. Gets shunted because this guy is not going to see him coming, and then gets just put into the way of this other fella who put us in the grass in the first place. And of course, the heroic. That's a good shunt. So, to try and break it down, the front end of the clip, you don't need to be driving into the side of the guy down the straight. That's Ninjago guy right here. That's Mr. Lego. That's John Lego. But then the retaliation, as always, is just too much. He hits you right in the braking zone onto the grass, you go flying off, and then chaos happens, which doesn't seem to be your fault, really. I'm not quite sure what happened there. A guy goes off the circuit, comes back on, hits you. He then hits a 65 in such a way that, you know, it's a big shunt. And then the 65's reaction to that is to wreck you. Yeah, just report him. Pretty new to iRacing, dude in yellow car wanted my head after this race. I thought I actually did a good job of defending. He is much higher rated than me and obviously faster. This is the last lap. Didn't do anything wrong. Maybe I should have given him more space where he hit me after T12. So, Ferrari challenge, slightly compressed Ferrari challenge. This is a car that apparently is higher rated and faster. You can see it much quicker in the braking zone here, but then decides to miss a corner. Yeah, this guy in front in the white car is really struggling. Slow down towards Pillon, allowed to go to the inside to defend. Yeah, nice defense so far, placing the car in a good spot. Not really a gap here, there is. Oh! Interesting. That's where the contact was. The gap opens up here. They both sort of drift into each other there. That's just racing contact in my mind. I mean, to be honest. Wow, that guy was not happy in there, was he? Desperate. To be honest, this guy could have quite easily have overtaken this fella in the white here. So we're going through Blanchimont. Just go left. I don't know why he did this. I guess he was trying to do like a dummy, but then this guy just didn't move. This guy was like, all right. He then stopped. This guy, to be honest, is entitled to stay where he is. He doesn't block the guy, he just hugs the inside line. Contact. This guy goes to try and cut the course. I think the defending was fine. I know what you're saying about Pillon, about maybe thinking you didn't give him enough room, but I think you were sort of just driving your line, although you could tell you weren't quite as quick as this guy in the yellow car. And you just came together as he was just opening the steering, sort of just did that. He had a really good opportunity to overtake you down at the last chicane, and he just sort of didn't do it. So, despite being a higher rated driver, obviously brain not really functioning too much in this clip. I think it's just racing. Greg says, was I at fault? I am the Tauri. So Melbourne. Let's call the right-hander. Oh, it's been a death. Oh, it's huge. Aston Martin in the wall. Let's have another look. I mean, he did sort of driving to a gap that was disappearing, and that kind of is the line from the AlphaTauri, I think. Maybe a little bit early to go over, considering there is a car there and there would be aware there's a car there. I think you closed the gap pretty late, but I still think that, I don't know. That's a tough one. You moved in a bit of a strange way there, AlphaTauri. This is interesting here. There's pickup on this tyre, which you tend to get in F1 when you go off the racing line. Yeah, I don't know. That's a really clumsy one. It would have been really nice to see the steering input of this AlphaTauri, I think, because this guy commits to going around the outside here. I think you then move. I think there is like a reaction in the steering because you're hugging the inside here, and then suddenly you come out. I think under the rules of Formula 1, you would be okay because it's your corner. You're ahead. You own the entire tarmac, and no one else exists. Doesn't matter about it. I'm inclined to say maybe like you had a bit of a reaction there to this happening. And it was enough to mean this guy ran out of road. But he's committed to it now. He's got an overspeed. He has to, like, hit the brakes, I think, to stop anything happening. And the gap you leave him is not enough. I think there's not quite enough here for me to give a proper decision. I would love to see the onboard of the AlphaTauri. I think you reacted too late to being overtaken. And then your correction here to try and squeeze the guy ended up giving him no room and ran him into the barrier, and he crashed. On one hand, F1 rules, you're fine. In the real world, where people care about each other's lives, not so much. That's a really tough one. What do you guys think? But anyway, guys, that was another fairly eventful episode of Sim Racing Stewards. Do you agree with what I said today? Do you disagree? Let me know down below in the comments. As always, thanks for watching. Remember to hit that like button and that sub button on your way out. Take care, have an awesome day. See you next time.